Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So, Donald Trump's what I refer to as Better Call Saul legal team, comprised of basically just Rudy Giuliani, has issued quite a few allegations of voter fraud. The majority have been without merit and have already been thrown out of court for having no basis in reality, and they were based purely on speculation. They had no proof to back up their claims, and the judges saw through it and said, no, bye-bye. So the one allegation, though, that was gaining traction and that got the attention of Bill Barr's Justice Department came from a postal worker named Richard Hopkins from Erie, Pennsylvania. So Hopkins claimed that he overheard a supervisor at his facility tell his coworkers to backdate ballots that were mailed after the election. He even signed an affidavit attesting to overhearing that conversation and order. Now, if true, those ballots would not be legitimate. They would be thrown out. The Erie postmaster who Hopkins was referring to is a man named Rob Weissenbach. That's who he claims made the comment. Weissenbach categorically denied the allegations. He posted on Facebook and said that the claim was made, quote, by an employee that was recently disciplined multiple times. Now, three officials who spoke with the Washington Post say that Hopkins admitted to investigators from the USPS and Inspector General's office that he lied, that he fabricated that claim. They also say that Hopkins has now signed another affidavit recanting his initial claims. This was also confirmed in a Tuesday briefing before members of Congress when the Inspector General's office for the U.S. Postal Service confirmed that Hopkins had recanted his story. Subsequently, Democrats on the House Oversight Committee sent out a tweet which read in part, quote, whistleblower completely recanted. The Washington Post now has since reached out to Hopkins. They tried to reach him via social media, from his family members, by phone. Hopkins, however, has not replied. Instead, he posted a YouTube video in which he stated, quote, I'm here to say I did not recant my statements. That did not happen. So he gave some ominous kind of statement. I watched the video and he said something about, you're going to find out what really happened essentially. But right-wing scammers from Project Veritas have now gotten involved. They claim that they have recordings which prove that agents pressured Hopkins into signing a document that he didn't understand. We'll have to see. Anything involving Project Veritas is really, you have to take it with a huge, huge grain of salt because they are well known for all of their nefarious activities. I mean, they were the ones who tried to claim that Ilhan Omar paid people for votes, which was completely and totally debunked, and proven that they edited video and there's all kinds of other stuff. I mean, they were the ones that fabricated the video saying that baby parts from abortions were being sold and used. I mean, just some sick stuff that they come up with. So here's what we know, though, about Hopkins and his credibility. From what could be gleaned from a LinkedIn profile that appears to be Mr. Hopkins, he served in the Marine Corps from 2007 to 2012. After that, he held numerous jobs for short stints. Social media profiles show that he briefly worked as a nurse's aide, then for a fracking company in Texas, and then he began working as a mail carrier in Pennsylvania in 2018. Personally, I'd like to hear from his ex. Hopkins references child support payments, so it appears that he has at least one child with someone. I don't have any more information on that, but I think her perspective on his character would be probably quite illuminating. And here's my question. Even if the supervisor told employees to backdate ballots, not that that would be right, But how does that specifically benefit Biden over Trump? Trump also received mail-in ballots, a much smaller amount, but his ballots would also be tossed. I mean, if the supervisor did say backdate ballots or give them to me so I can fix them, that doesn't mean that they were trying to swing the election towards Biden. It was assumed, it was surmised that mail-in ballots would benefit a Democrat running versus a Republican, but there was no guarantee. I mean, many Republicans are also concerned about COVID. So it's not like it was some nefarious plot against Trump, even if that did happen. Anyway, I will keep you guys posted. I'll see what I hear. I mean, I would imagine we're going to see some doctored video from Project Veritas, fake fake investigators putting the screws to this Hopkins guy. And what does that say about him? You signed something that you didn't understand? Wow. Don't know if you can be trusted with a child if you're that easily fooled. But anyway, I will keep you guys posted. As always, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching and listening. I will talk to you soon. Take care. Thanks for listening to Plants and Politics. The only way we can take our country and power back is to spread the truth and build an army. So remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share on Facebook, YouTube, and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thanks again.